Sutra 68. Nontash chachayo sharama tathayo sharama tathayo sarama Vishnu chakra purvo Vishnu chap purvo va. Na Rama at the end of a Vishnu pada, which means at the end of a word, becomes Sharama when Charama or Charama follows. It becomes Sharama when Tarama or Tharama follows, and that Narama becomes Sarama when Tha or Tharama follows. And that Sha or Sa is preceded either by a Vishnu Chakra or a Vishnu Chapa. So, for example, if we have words like Bhagavan, Yukt, Chalati, so we have Na Rama at the end of this Bhagavan and then Cha Rama following. So if we have such a combination where Na Rama is situated at the first place and either Cha Rama or Cha Rama at the second place, then in such scenario, Na Rama is substituted or replaced by the palatal Sh Rama with optionally Vishnu Chakra before or the Vishnu Chapa. Generally, we see Vishnu Chakra. We rarely see Vishnu Chapa. So, so Bhagwan Yukt Chalati becomes Bhagavangsh Chalati. So, so this was when we have Cha or Cha. When we have Ta or Tha Ramas, then Na Rama situated will become the cerebral Sha Rama with a Vishnu Chakra or a Vishnu Chapa before. So Bhagavan Yukta Tikate becomes Bhagavangsh Tikate, and so on. And when we have Na Rama at the first place and either Ta or Tha Rama at the second place, in such case, Na Rama is replaced by the dental Sa, Dantiya Sa, again with a Vishnu Chakra or Vishnu Chapa before. Bhagavan Tarati becomes Bhagavanks Tarati. Uh, Stuvan Tasya in Gurushtakam. So becomes Tuvans Tasya, which we sing. So we had Na Rama here. Because we have Ta Rama following, so it gets converted into a dental Sa preceded by Vishnu Chakra. So Vishnu Chapa is rarely seen. Mostly it's Vishnu Chakra. So like that. Here it's the table given. If such is the combination, such will be the change. So because the form with the Vishnu Chapa is generally not seen in modern printed texts, this sutra can be summarized as the following table. Is this sutra clear?
Yes.
Yes.
And okay, did you do the Sarveshwara Sandhi, which I shared?
I did some like 20% of them. It was quite a long thing to do, you know, in one day because I had other things to do.
Yeah, sure. So please take your time and you can submit whenever you finish. So next session we can start the class with discussion of that sheet which I shared. Okay, moving ahead. Lela Rama Eva. Na Rama at the end of a Vishnu Pada becomes La Rama when La Rama follows. So if we have Na Rama at the end and La Rama at the second place, then this Na Rama becomes La Rama. And Jiva Goswami explains in the Vritti, it becomes Sanunasikala Rama, which means we add this Vishnu Chapa also. So Bhagwan Yukt Leelayate becomes Bhagwan Leelayate. So it's la from nasal, Bhagwan Leelayate. I also saw one example in Gita, which is Shraddhavan Labhate Jnanam. So Shraddhavan Labhate. So here we have Na Rama at the first place and La Rama at the second. So Shraddha, so it becomes, I don't know how to put that Vishnu Chapa here, but it's there. So Shraddhavan Labhate. So like this. So this is it. Lela Rama Eva. Okay. Then Jajha Nya Sharameshu Nya Rama. Na Rama at the end of a Vishnu Pada becomes the Cha Varga, Nya Rama, the nasal of the Cha Varga. When Ja Rama, Jha Rama, Nya Rama or Sha Rama follows. So if we have Bhagwan Jayati, so Na Rama becomes Bhagwan Jayati. Bhagwan Jasharupi becomes Bhagwan Jasharupi. Bhagwan Nyungume, Bhagwan Nyungume. Bhagwan Shuraha, Bhagwan Shuraha. So we have, if we have Ja, Ja, Nya or Sha as paranimittas, then Na Rama becomes the palatal, the Talavya Harivenu. She Chanto Va. When Sha Rama follows, so Na Rama at the end of a Vishnu Pada optionally becomes Nya Rama followed by Cha Rama. This means it optionally becomes this. For example, if we have Bhagwan Yukta Shuraha, so what we do is, by this sutra, we make Bhagwan Shuraha. So in place of Na Rama, optionally we make it this. Nya Rama and then a Cha Rama following, because this sutra says. So because it's optional, so one time we apply this sutra and another time we apply the previous sutra, because this also matches the prerequisite of the sutra before this one, because it has Sha Rama following and it has Na Rama. So one time it is Bhagwan Shuraha and one time it is Bhagwan Shuraha. And because it is Cha, so now someone may say, okay, Vishnu Dasa Vishnu Padante Hare Gosha Cha Hare Gada will be applied. And Cha will become Cha Cha Ja, Ja Rama. But Yadav Matre Hari Kamalam Sutra is prohibiting it. So it remains Bhagwan Shuraha. Then, when Sha Rama becomes Cha Rama by Tata Shashchova, then again moving this thing ahead, Cha is a Vishnu Das, so Tatah Shashchova Sutra is applied, and we convert this Sha Rama into Cha Rama. So Bhagavan Churaha. So we get three forms here from Bhagavan Shuraha. One is Bhagavan Shuraha, one is Bhagavan Churaha, and one is Bhagavan Shuraha. All three of them are right, and any of such combination can appear. Okay? They look simple actually, the sutras, but initially they really trouble because of minute details, we can say. So yes. Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane. This is the simplest of the sutras. Ma Rama, situated at the end of a Vishnu Pada, becomes Vishnu Chakra when a Vishnu Jana follows. So, for example, if we have Krishnam Yukta Smarati, So we have Ma Rama situated at the first place, and then any Vishnu Jana following, Kadayo Vishnu Jana, so any Vishnu Jana. In such case, this Ma Rama will become Vishnu Chakra. So Krishnam Smarati. So wherever you see Vishnu Chakra, this rule is applied. And originally it was Ma Rama, wherever you see. But Ma Rama at the end of a Vishnu Pada does not become Vishnu Chakra when something other than a Vishnu Jana follows. So if at the second place we don't have a Vishnu Jana and we have a Sarveshwar rather, so this Ma Rama doesn't become a Vishnu Chakra, it remains Ma Rama. So Krishnam Yukta Ichha remain Krishnam Ichha. So only when a Vishnu Jana follows, Ma Rama changes to a Vishnu Chakra. विष्णु चक्रस्य हरिवेणुर विष्णु वर्गे विष्णु पदान्तस्य तुवा. Vishnu Chakra becomes a Harivenu of the same Varga as the following Varna when a Vishnu Varga follows. But this is optional for a Vishnu Chakra situated at the end of a Vishnu Pada. Now this sutra is very, very subtle and very important, which is much neglected nowadays, both in Hindi, even in Devanagari script. For example, Krishnam Yukta Kirtayati. So what the sutra is saying, first of all, we apply Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane, because a Vishnu Jana is following, so Ma changes to a Vishnu Chakra. Then the sutra is saying that in such a case, if this Vishnu Chakra is situated at the end of a word, then and if we have any varna, any letter following, which belongs to any of the vargas, the five vargas, ka varga, cha varga, ta varga, ta varga, or pa varga. So in such case, what happens is this Vishnu Chakra optionally becomes Harivenu of the following varga. So ka belongs to ka varga. So optionally this Vishnu Chakra becomes the Harivenu of ka varga. So because it's optionally, so one time it remains Krishnam Kirtayati with the Vishnu Chakra here, and one time it becomes the Harivenu of ka varga. Krishnam Yukt Bhajati, Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane, and then because Bha Rama belongs to Pa Varga and the Harivenu of Pa Varga is Ma Rama, so optionally it becomes Krishnam Bhajati by this sutra. Then Sangsaram Yuktarati, Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane, then the present sutra, Vishnu Chakrasya Harivenur Vishnu Varge Vishnu Padantasya Tuba is applied, and we get Sansaran because Tar Ram is there, which is Ta Varga, and Harivenu is Na Rama, so Sansaran Tarati.
Which is most common now in modern times?
Yes, so this was the case when we have two words, separate words. Now, if there is a case when we have only one word, for example, the example is given this Samkirtana. So this sutra can also be applied inside a word. So if we have Samkirtana, so Sam, first of all, it's Sam, which is a prefix, and then Kirtana. So we apply Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane because Ka is a Vishnu Jana. Now, Vishnu Chakrasya Harivenur Vishnu Varge Vishnu Padantasya Tuva. What will happen here is we have a Vishnu Chakra which is followed by a letter belonging to any of the five Vargas. So in this case, it's Ka Varga. So this Vishnu Chakra will convert to the Harivenu of Kavarga. So it will become Sankirtana. But what's happening nowadays, especially in the scripts, because to write such things in Devanagari, it's a little technical and difficult to type, those difficult things. For example,
So it does not require a paranimita.
this one? No, in this case, we require a paranimitta.
Oh, yeah, it's one word, but okay,
Yes,
I get it.
this is like inside one word. This is
Yeah.
this is the Karya Sthana, and this is the Paranimitta.
Acha.
So if we write it in Devanagari, it will be this. And so this is little difficult, this Sanyukta Akshara, but in nowadays they just put an Anuswara or Vishnu Chakra for any nasal sound practically, just to reduce their efforts. But this is right in Sanskrit. Another example given is Kim Nara. So Kim Yukta Nara Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane. Then because Narama belongs to Tavarga, so this changes to the Harivenu of the Tavarga, which is Na. So it becomes Kinnara. Like this. Is it okay, this sutra?
Yeah.
So this sutra has two parts. One part is talking of the scenario when we have two different words, and we are working here. It becomes Vishnu Chakra, and then it becomes the Harivenu according to the following letter, the Varga. This was the first scenario. The second scenario was when we work inside one single word like this. So when we work inside a single word, then this rule is regular, is nitya. It's not optional. We have to make Sankirtana into Sankirtana. But when we are dealing with two words, then this rule is optionally applied. So one time it remains a Vishnu Chakra and one time it becomes a Harivenu. So this is the meaning. Now let's consider Samvatsaraha. Samvatsaraha. So Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane. Vatsaraha. Now can we apply anything ahead in this case? Anyone? Can we modify Vishnu Chakra anymore here?
No, because Varga doesn't have the nasal.
Yeah, means first of all, there is no doesn't belong to any Varga. It's like an independent thing or letter. So that's why it remains a Vishnu Chakra. Sangvatsara. Similarly, Sansaram, because Sa belongs to Harigotra and it doesn't belong to any Varga, so it remains Sansaram. Then Dvi Sarveshwara Matracha.
Wait. So could you explain the part of the Ritti about the it is prohibited to apply. I don't understand cases like Sangsaran Tarati. Like what is like that and what is not like that. I didn't understand the difference.
Means the thing which just I explained.
No, you just explained the second, the second sentence there. I'm saying the first sentence, it is prohibited to apply in cases like Sangsaran.
Okay, okay,
Tar-
okay, okay. Mhm. Um,
I
so
don't understand what is the extent of cases like Sangsaran Tarati. Like, what?
okay, so if we have Sangsarang Tarati, so now here we have Na Rama at the first place and and Tarama at the second place. Oh, what it is telling is, so originally we have Sangsaram Tarati, we apply Mo Vishnu Chakram Vishnu Jane, it becomes Sangsar, Sangsaram Tarati, and by applying the next sutra, Vishnu Chakra se Harivena or Vishnu Varga Vishnu Padanta se Tuva, optionally what will happen is that Vishnu Chakra will convert into Narama, the Harivenu of Tavarga. Okay, so it becomes Sangsaran Tarati. Now, in this case, we read the sutra, no antashtachayo sharama tatayo sharama tatayo sarama Vishnu Chakra Vishnu Chapa Purvava. That if we have Na Rama at the first place and Ta Rama at the second place, then this Na Rama is replaced by dental Sa with the Vishnu Chakra before. Just now we read.
Yeah.
So this is prohibiting this sutra to be applied. We cannot apply that sutra in this case now.
Okay, so just whenever the N came about from originally this M and the Vishnu Chakra, then we should never turn it into Sangsarangs.
No, we cannot. If it's not like if
That's
Sangsaram is originally Sangsaram, then we can apply that sutra. But if it's obtained from such thing, so we should not.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. Dvihi Sarveshwara Matra Chah. Charama is reduplicated when it comes after any Sarveshwara. So if we have any Sarveshwara at the first place and Charama at the second, then that Charama is reduplicated. In Sanskrit, this process of reduplication is known as Dvitva. The process of Dvitva. You can just Dvitva is the process of reduplication. We double something. For example, Krishna Yukta Chatram. So because Cha Rama is following any Sarveshwara, in this case Arama, so Cha Rama is reduplicated, by this sutra. Now, what happens is, so we apply Dvihi Sarveshwara Matra Cha. So we redouble it. Let's put it like this. Chatram. Now what happens is, because this Cha is a Vishnu Dasa and this Cha is a Yadava, so we apply Yadav Matre Hari Kamalam and it becomes, so that Cha becomes Cha. That Cha Rama becomes Cha Rama by applying Yadav Matre Hari Kamalam, because a Yadava is following, so this Cha, which is Hari Khadga, becomes Hari Kamala. Krishna Chhatram. Similarly, yes, only one example is given. Krishna Chhatram. Okay. Dvihi Sarveshwara Matra Cha. Then Vishnu Padanta Trivikramat Va. Cha Rama is optionally reduplicated when it comes after a Trivikrama situated at the end of a Vishnu Pada. So now if we have a word which ends with the Trivikrama Arama or any Trivikrama letter, in this case it's A, and Cha Rama following, So that Cha Rama is optionally reduplicated. I believe that we know what is optionally now. Optionally means either one time it is applied and one time it is not. So one time it remains the same, Yamuna Chaya, and one time we apply, we redouble, reduplicate, and again Yadav Matre Harikamna. Yamuna Chaya. Vishnu Padantat Trivikramat Va. Yes. Any questions still here? Any discussion? Any clarification?
So it's changing to the Hari Kamalani. What was the reason for that part?
Yadav Matre
After it's
Harikamna.
reduplicated, then the first one is changed to the Hari Kamalani.
Yadav Matre Harikamnam.
Oh, Yadav Matra. Okay.
How many sutras did we cover today? 7, 8, maybe. Okay, let's do one more. Then we'll stop. Vamanat na 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 vih sarveshware. Okay. Na Rama, and na Rama, situated at the end of a Vishnupada, which means at the end of a word, are reduplicated when they come after a Vamana and a Sarveshwara follows. Okay, let me show you. If we have a Vamana, which in this case is a Purva Nimitta, and following that Vamana Akshara is either Narama, or what is that? The Tavargana, yes, the Tavargana Rama. And if we have any Sarveshwara following, which is the Paranimitta. So Sarveshwara in this case the Paranimitta, Vamana in this case is the Purvanimitta. And these are the Karyasthan. So what happens is, in such a scenario, we do Dvitva of whatever letter is present there. For example, I will give one example from Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra. Swamin Iti. So in this scenario or case, we have a Vamana Akshara, which is Irama, then the Tavargana, and then a Sarveshwara following. So what we do is, we redouble the Narama, so it becomes Swamin Iti. More examples are Ajopi San Navve Atma, if you see that shloka from Bhagavad Gita. So San Avyayatma, again a Vamana Akshara, then Na Rama, and then a Sarveshwara. So Na Rama is reduplicated. More examples are given here by Jiva Goswami. Paryam Anantaha, this Nga. So Avamana Akshara, then this letter Nga, and then a Sarveshwara. So it gets redoubled or reduplicated. Again, Sugan Anantaha, Sugananantaha, Kurvan Asti, so Kurvan Nasti.
But it doesn't happen with the Hari Venu of Kavarga. I don't know how you say that, but yeah.
This is Hari Venu of Kavarga.
Oh, sorry, not Kavarga, Chavarga.
No, it doesn't. Only these three. But
and if it was Trivikrama, it applies also.
Yeah, we are coming there. Jiva Goswami is giving an example. But they are not reduplicated if they come after something other than a Vamana. So Bhagavan Yukt Iha. So in this case, Na Rama is preceded by a Trivikrama. So that's why we do not apply the sutra. It remains
No, my
Bhagavan.
question is, if the following word is a trivikram, the first vowel, the first swara, it would apply.
Oh, means here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we'll apply because we Sutra says any Sarveshwara.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, this is interesting. You just note down this sentence, maybe in your notepad or wherever you note things. Dalayo Ralayoscha Praya Ekatva Shravanat. Have you seen, like in, at least in BBT Bhagavatam, I've seen that. Sometimes they write Prahlad like this, and sometimes they write Prahlad like this. Have you noticed that, anyone? Here it is Ra Rama,
Yeah,
and
sometimes it says Sri Prarada
yeah,
Uvacha.
and sometimes it's la and sometimes it's ra. So initially I got confused whether it's a printing error or what, but it wasn't a printing error. What this maxim says is dalayo ralayo scha praya ekatva shravanat. That in Sanskrit the letters da is considered la and the letter r is means they are equal, da and la and ra and la. So so that's why Prahlad la and Prahrad ra, both versions are to be seen because they are considered like similar.
Yeah, in Chinese and maybe some other East Asian languages, they can't distinguish the la and the ra. They
Okay.
have issues. And in Bengali, there's a different ra which goes with the da. It's called Doishun ra. It sounds different. I don't know if you can hear that I'm saying it differently. Like in, we would say Garuda
Okay.
instead of Garuda. I don't know if
Are you
it's
talking of this one?
no. That is the regular ra, and then there's something called so that with the yeah that one.
Uh-huh.
That's ra.
Yeah, that in even in Hindi, like so we have this da, da, da. We have that sound. But in Sanskrit, there is no such sound. In Sanskrit, we only have da, not a dot below. So this da is there. Like we say sadak, sadak. Sadak means street or road. So in Hindi, we write like this, sadak. So, so anyhow, da is la and ra is la.
Va with ba, right?
Actually, I was going to say like Vrindavan, Vrindavan, but officially, they actually in Bengali, both things are almost same. They say va as ba mostly, but Sanskrit, I've not seen any pramana for that. That va is ba. So Raghu, Laghu, these are some examples. Like ra is replaced by la, Vadabhi, Valabhi, this da is replaced by la, and they both mean the same. They both mean the same. So Kapirika, Kapilika. So they are interchangeable. They are practically one with each other. So because it is heard from previous authorities that Da Rama and La Rama and Ra Rama and La Rama are practically one with each other, and thus they are interchangeable. It follows that da and ra two are interchangeable, and okay, it says as are ba and va. So you're right. It says here. It doesn't say in the vritti, I think, about ba and va, but in the translation, Matsyavar Prabhu, he says that ba and va are also considered. He says this explanation accounts for the alternate spellings of various Sanskrit words. Thus, in the Bhagavatam, we sometimes see, okay, here is the example, Prahlad, and sometimes prahrad. Barama and Varama can also be interchangeable, as in the words Bindu and Vindu, Brihat and Vrihat, and let's say Vrindavan, Vrindavan. A good Sanskrit dictionary, like that of Monier Williams, will usually list both forms of these words. So, yes. So, boys.
Yeah, I also thought that was only Bengali.
So, okay, we'll stop here for the grammar. Please revise sutras, and maybe the next week we can finish this Sandhi chapter. Yeah, we'll try to. If there is no question, then we'll do Bhagavatam. This is Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 11. Bhurini, Bhuri Karmani, Shrotavyani Vibhagashah. Atah Sadhotra Yatsaram, Samudritya Manishaya, Bruhi Bhadraya Bhutanam, Yenatma Suprasidati. Bhurini Bahuni, Bhuri Karmani. This is Vividhani Anushteyani Karmani, Shrotavyani. Shravana Yogya Shastrani Vibhagasha Vibhinna Vibhaga Kramena Santi. So Shaunakadi Rishis, they are continuing. They are saying that there are many kinds of, manifold Bahuni, divisions, Vibhaga Kramena, many classifications or many divisions or many types of Shastras which are worth hearing, Shravana Yogya, which are worth hearing, and which elaborates or which tells us about the different kinds of Vividhani, Anushtayani Karmani, different kinds of prescribed actions. Anushtaya means prescribed. Shastras prescribe the karmas for the jivas. So there are many kinds of literatures, shastras, which are worth hearing and which describe various kinds of prescribed actions according to the different kinds of audience with different levels of adhikaras, eligibilities. Atah asmad hetaho. This is okay. Let us do this. Asmat hetaho. Okay. Yesterday we did this sandhi. Who would like to tell what would happen here?
The H will turn tha, asmat.
No, before you're right, going in the right direction, but before that, we'll apply.
Oh yeah. Asmad.
Yeah, which sutra?
What's the name? Let me see. Can someone help?
Did it become a Hari Ghosha?
First of all, we changed the Rama to the Harigada
Oh,
by
Harigada.
Vishnudasa Vishnupadante Harighoshe cha Harigada.
Oh, yeah.
And we have then Heto Ho. And then we apply Ho Harighosha. So Har Rama becomes the Harighosha according to the previous Varna, the Varga of the previous Varna. So this is Ta Varga, Ta Tha Da Dha. So it becomes Asmad The Toho. Okay. And thus here we see Asmad Dhetoho. So that's how we have to identify gradually. So therefore, He Sadhu, O Sadhu, O Vidwan, O intelligent one, Atra एतादृश श्रेयः साधनेषु यत् सारं मुख्यं तात्पर्यं भवता निश्चितम् इति शेषः. So, O Sadhu, O Vidwan, O intelligent Suta Goswami, whatever conclusion you have arrived upon, amongst all different kinds of prescribed actions, mentioned in different scriptures, that such conclusion, such crux, Manishaya, Tiksha Buddhya, I think this should be Tikshna Buddhya. Tikshna means sharp. So, Tat Manishaya Tikshna Buddhya Samudhritya Nikhila Shastrebhyah Yathavat Sangrihya Sankshipya Va Bhutanam Praninam Bhadraya Mangalaya Bruhi. Asman Kathaya. So such a conclusion, please tell to us please tell such conclusion to us for the welfare Bhadraya Mangalaya of the living entities, Bhutanam Praninam, and how you should tell Manishaya Samudritya, that you have got a Tikshna Buddhi, you have got sharp intelligence. So it's not that you have forgotten the conclusion which you arrived at whenever you read the Shastras. No, it's still fresh in your brain, or it's still fresh within you, let's say like that. And with such a sharp intelligence, please, Samudritya would be please. How would you say literally Samudritya? Okay. So taking out from your sharp intelligence, uh, you take out that sangrihya, sankshipya, you take out that conclusion from all the shastras. Yathavat means as it is, and then tell to us. So samudritya is like picking up. Literally, it would mean picking up. So you pick up the conclusion as it is from all the shastras through your intelligence, which is sharp, and then tell to us for the sake of auspiciousness of all the living entities. And what would happen after that is, okay, etadrish shreya sadhaneshu is, etadrish is like this, etadrish, which means like
Oh,
this.
okay. Thank you.
Shreya means Shreya, the ultimate welfare, and Sadhaneshu means amongst the different processes. So altogether it would mean amongst all the processes of ultimate welfare like this. So, so Bruhi, please tell us, and what would happen then? Yena uddhrit vachanena atma buddhi suprasidati samyak upashamyati. So by such vachana, by such knowledge which you will describe, vachana would mean word, statement. So by such statement, which you will quote from the Shastras, the Atma, the Buddhi, will be completely satisfied. Samyak upashamyati, completely satiated, completely satisfied, like like quenching of the thirst uh, by drinking water. So this was the meaning. Okay, moving ahead.
Okay.
सूत जानासि भद्रम ते भगवान सात्वताम पतिः देवक्याम वसुदेवस्य जातो यस्य चिकीर्षया. हे सूत, ओ सूत गोस्वामी, ते तव भद्रम मंगलम भवतु इति औत्सुक्येन आशीर्वादः. This is little contrary in the sense, generally the listeners, the shrotas, they do not they do not offer their blessings to the vakta, because vakta, the speaker, is generally considered elevated. That's why everyone has gathered to hear from him. But here, Shaunakadi rishis, still they are, although they are the shrotas, the listeners, but because they are very excited, utsuk. So, Autsukyena Ashirvada. So, they're blessing Suta Goswami, although they are the Shrotas, that let there be auspiciousness upon you. Te Bhadram, Tava Bhadram, Mangalam Bhavatu. Iti Autsukyena Ashirvada. Yasya, okay, Yasya अर्थविशेषस्य चिकीर्षया अनुष्ठान इच्छया भगवान निरतिशय ऐश्वर्यादि गुण संपन्नः. So if you are reading this passage along with me from a grammatical point of view, then you must be seeing many sandhis which we have already studied. For example, अनुष्ठान इच्छया is अनुष्ठान इच्छया अद्वय midvay a. Okay, Niratishaya Aishwarya Adi Guna Sampannaha. So here we have two sandhis. Niratishaya Aishwarya Edvai Ai. Aishwarya Adi Dashavtarikatmake Litva Trivikrama. So please, uh, when I'm reading, I'm already reading separate words so that you can identify. Try to figure out, and if you are not able to figure out sandhis, you can ask. That's why we are doing this Anvaya primarily.
So this Anushtan, it was Anushtana plus Ichaya became Anushtana Ichaya by
Advay Midvay.
yeah, Idvayam A. And what is Anushtan? The
Anusthana.
process.
Yeah,
Oh,
Anushtan in this case is not process, uh, the purpose in this case. Because this is talking of Bhagwan who appeared to establish a purpose. Okay, Artha Visheshasya is purpose, and Anushtan is the execution of that purpose. So in this case, Anushtan is the execution. Because purpose is Artha Visheshasya. Okay?
thank you.
निरतिशय ऐश्वर्य आदि गुण संपन्नः सात्वताम सत. Okay, here we got something. Sat shabdena. Let's do this. Sat shabdena. Who would solve it? Okay, which sutra will be applied first?
I can remember the name of the sutra.
Okay,
I have
first
to
we'll
study.
apply Tascha She, because Sha Rama is following and we have Ta Rama. So Ta Rama becomes Cha. So it becomes such, then Shabdena. Then we apply Tataha Shashcho Va. So by that sutra, Sha Rama becomes Cha Rama. Sach Shabdena. So here we had Sach Shabdena. Sattva Murti Bhagwan Sah Upasya Tvaya Vidyate एषाम इति सात्वतां भक्तः स्वार्थेन राक्षस वायसादिव तेषां शुद्ध सत्व वैष्णवानां यादवानां वा पतिः पालकः वासुदेवः वसुदेवस्य भार्यायां देवक्यां जातः आविर्भूतः अभवत् तत्सर्वं त्वं जानासि अवगतः असि. So, O Suta, let there be auspiciousness upon you, and this is Ashirvada, blessing by the rishis, uh, which is backed by enthusiasm, their enthusiasm to hear about Srimad Bhagavatam. So they are asking that Bhagwan, Bhagwan, he appeared, Avirbhuta Abhavat, he appeared in the wife of Vasudeva, Devaki. He was born in the wife of Vasudeva, who was Devaki. Such a Bhagwan is Satvatam Pati. Pati means Palakah, the protector. The protector of whom? The devotees, Satvatas. Now, it is describing what does Satvata mean actually. So Satvata is derived from the word Sat. We have Sat, Chit, Anand. So it is derived from the word Sat. So Sat Shabda, the word Sat indicates Sattva Murti Bhagwan. It indicates the Lord who is the goodness personified. Sattva Murti. Sa Upasatvaya Vidyate, and he exists as the worshipable for those people, means the devotees. So that's why those people who worship him, they are known as Satvatas. So it's little grammatical. In Samasa and Tadhita we'll study this, how from Sat we come to Satvata. But Krishna or the Lord is Sat, Sattvamurti, which is indicated by the word Sat. Sattvamurti is the personified, goodness personified, and he exists as the worshipable. So those who worship him are known as Sattvatas, and they are devotees. So it is talking of the Pratyaya, Swarthe, and so on. So they are the Shuddha Sattva Vaishnavana, the Sattvatam, or it can also refer to the Yadavas, the Yaduvanshis. So
That
Krishna,
word Svartha, and then there's an Avagraha, and then there's a Murdhanana.
so
that word, I
so
don't.
this is Swarthe An. This is talking of a Pratyaya in Tadhita. Swarthe An. So we apply Eobhyamasya Haro Vishnu Padante, and it becomes Swarthena. Okay?
But what is un?
Oh, it's a Pratyaya. An is a Pratyaya.
Oh, okay. What does it mean?
It's a Pratyaya which is used with Sat and which ultimately result into Satvata. So that's what I said, that when we come to that section, we'll study that, like the grammar part. So basically, this word Satvata is derived from the word Sat, which means the devotees. So it can either mean the Shuddha Sattva Vaishnavana, the pure devotees, or it can also refer to the Yadavas. So So such
And one question. In the case of Sattva Murti, it has this R, Sattva Murtir. This R, what is the rule?
that we'll study on next Sunday. Visarga Sandhi, Vishnu Sarga Sandhi. So this is basically Sattva Murti,
Uh-huh.
which becomes Sattva Murtir in Vishnu Sarga Sandhi. So next Sunday we'll reveal this.
Okay.
Okay. So the rishis, Shaunaka, the rishis are saying to Suta that, O Suta Goswami, you know the purpose, Artha Visheshasya, for the execution of which the Bhagwan, the Lord, who is Niratishaya Aishwarya Adi Guna Sampannaha, who is full of Sampanna, of the Aishwarya Adi Gunas. We know about the 6 Gunas: Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yashasah, Shriyaha, Jnana, Vairagya, Yoshchaiva, Shannam, Bhagavatingana. So Bhagwan possesses all such Aishwarya Adi Gunas, qualities, in full. Niratishaya means in full, complete. So, O Suta, you know the purpose for the execution of which Bhagwan, who is the protector of the devotees, took birth, appeared in the womb of Devaki, who is the wife of Vasudeva. So you know the Tat Sarvam Tvam Janasi, you know all about it. Tat Sarvam. This is the meaning.
So this Rakshasa, so that's the samasa that you said that. So
Actually,
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa Vayasadivat is a category, is a group of words in that section of grammar. So Rakshasa is a word, and there are many words like this. So it says Adi, and what means like. So this.
I see. So it's explaining the Swarthe Un, and
Yes,
then
yes,
that's
yes.
expanding that. Okay.
Yeah. So Swarthe An and Rakshas Adivat. It's talking of a future sutra. So we continue from Tesham, in this explanation. Bhaktaha Tesham Shuddha Sattva Vaishnavanam Yadvanam Va Pati. Tesham means of them. He is Pati, Palaka of them. Who are those or them? The Shuddha Sattva Vaishnavas or the Yadavas?
How do you know Pati is protector and not wife in the case of persons like
No,
me?
actually, Pati has got a root in the dhatu pa, and pa means rakshane. Pa means rakshana, which means to protect. So even pati, the word pati, husband. So pati iti pati, one who protects is a pati.
Like Prajapati also, no?
Yes, we can say Prajapati. We can say, if we undo the samasa, then Prajan, Radha, Radha, Radha. No, Praja. It's Praja, right? Just a minute. So Praja is feminine. So Radha, 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 Radha. Okay. Prajaha Pati iti Prajapati. Okay. So Pati iti Pati. Pati means one who protects. Even if we take it in the context of a wife, so one who protects his wife.
Yes. So the protector is the primary meaning, and then
Yes.
different context. It has secondary meanings of husband and king and so forth.
Yes. So like that. Okay, Prabhuji.
Acha.
Nice kirtan going on. They do kirtan at the same time every day. Okay. Okay, let's do one more shloka. Tannaha shushrush mananam arhasyanganuvarnitum yasyavataro bhutanam kshemaya cha bhavaya cha. Hey Anga, O Suta Goswami. I did some research on these two words, Anga and Tata, if you have come across, both the words Anga and Tata, they are affectionate address, Sambodhana. Now, Tata is generally used for seniors, and Anga is generally used for subordinates or juniors who are, subordinate to us. So, but the main feature characteristic is that both of these terms are used while doing sambodhana, while addressing someone, and both are affectionate address. Hey Anga. यस्य वासुदेवस्य अवतारः आविर्भावः भूतानां प्राणिनां क्षेमाय च पालनाय एव भवाय च समृद्धये च भवति. So Krishna's Vasudeva's avatar incarnation appearance takes place bhavati for the protection and for the prosperity, samriddhi's prosperity. So Vasudeva's avatar takes place both for the protection and for the prosperity of the living entities. Bhutanam, Praninam. Tat avatar viryam shushrush mananam naha. And now we, naha, asmakam samande, we, asmakam, are very Shravana Abhilashinam. What is Abhilasha? Morai Abhilash?
Desire.
Yes, we are very much desirous of hearing such pastimes of those incarnations. Viryam here, Viryam literally would mean strength, valor. In this case, Viryam is pastimes. And of course, Krishna's pastimes in any incarnation, they are full of strength, power, and valor. So we are very much desirous of hearing those pastimes done by, performed by, enacted by such avatars. And you, anuvarnitum samyak akyatum arhasi yogyah bhavasi samyak kathaya iti arthaya. And you are capable, eligible, yogyah, to narrate those pastimes to us in an accurate and genuine and authentic manner. So please tell or narrate such pastimes to us. Kathaya iti artha. Samyak kathaya. Please narrate to us completely. Do not miss or skip anything. This is the meaning. So, yes. Okay.
What is yonyo? I think we had that before, but I
This is yogya. Yogya means
oh yogyo. Yeah.
yogya.
Okay.
Yogya,
And
qualified.
Shushru Manam.
Shushrushu Mananam is, it has got two meanings. The primary meaning is one who's desirous of serving someone. Shushrusha. One who's desirous of serving. And second meaning is one who is desirous of hearing.
Acha.
Krishna addresses Arjuna as Tata. He says, Nahi kalyanakarit kashchit durgating Tata gachati.
Yes, means I said like mostly they are used in that sequence, for the seniors, for the juniors, but sometimes there are many exceptions always. Like Tata is sometimes used for juniors also. Anga is also used for seniors sometimes. So that's why I just said in nutshell that mainly it's an affectionate address. Mainly. I tried to do a research for my Gurudev for Anga and Tata. So what I got was mainly it's an affectionate address.
Acha. Hey, Anga.
Anga and Tata. Anga is more familiar or more intimate in the sense because anga literally means limb, a bodily limb,
Yes.
avayava. Now, if I say anga to someone, then I really consider that person, myself, a part of me. Like a father saying to his son anga really suits well because a son is a part of father. So anga in that sense is more intimate, and that's what I got to know. So yeah,
Very interesting.
anga. So when we address someone by saying anga, so it means that we are really showing intimacy towards that person. Hey anga. So yeah.
So this kshema is pollen. So like in yoga, kshema,
Yes, yes.
vahamyaham, the kshema is protection.
Shema is
and-
palan.
I see.
Generally, bhava also means palana. What is that? Bhava. Bhava. Bhava also means palana, most of the cases. But here we already have the earth of palana in the word kshema. So bhavaya has been rendered as samriddhayi, prosperity, which goes, next step ahead of palana. Because palana is something, okay, we are protecting you, someone from the dangers. Now, first of all, you're protected. Now you enter into the prosperity zone. So, Kshemaya and Bhavaya. So, like that. Palanaya. and-
Sorry, I lost the meaning of kshema.
Kshema is protection.
Oh, okay, from Raksha also.
Yes. Kshema is Raksha, protection, Palana.
Okay.
Palana literally means maintenance, actually. But maintenance also includes protection from the evils. So, yes, maintenance, protection.
That verse, I think it's 922. Prabhupada translated is so yoga kshema vahamyaham. I carry what I preserve what they have and carry what they lack, and I think a kshema there is preserving what they have. So that's also an aspect of palana, protection.
Yes, yes, Palana.
Sure.
And then samriddhi. So the yoga there would be the samriddhi. I carry what they lack.
Yes, prosperity. Yeah. Okay, so any other thing here? Mahaprema Mataji, Charuta Mataji.
No, Prabhu.
No problem.
Okay, so we'll stop here and please do practice the sutras and do fill the Sandhi sheet. Take your time and submit me whenever you do before the next weekend comes. So it will be a great practice. We have many examples there. So yes, that's all. It's Radha Kirtan going on. Radha, Radha, Radha.
Hey,
Jai. Okay.
Hari
Hare Krishna. Thank you
Hare-
much.
Dhanyavad.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.